The Alberta-wide rally brought thousands of Albertans together to push back against the carbon tax in 11 different localities across the province. I was at the Calgary rally, where about 1,000 people showed up to hear speakers like Michelle Sterling from Friends of Science and Prasad Panda, MLA for Calgary Foothills. There was also an opportunity to sign a petition in order to send the carbon tax to a referendum, which was the main focus of the event. The goal is to collect 500,000 signatures to send a message to the government that Albertans don't support the tax and to push the tax to a fair vote decided by citizens. Organizers say that instead of burdening Alberta taxpayers with more taxes, that technology like carbon capture and storage could be used to reduce carbon emissions. And of course, I had a chance to make my way into the crowd. First, I talked to this man who told me why it was so important for him to come down to the rally.
I've been in Alberta now for 20-some years, and to see how poorly the province is doing now, and they just keep adding more and more issues for us to deal with, and it's just enough's enough. We can't sustain this kind of constant tax after tax after tax. And I'm sad for my kids to have to deal with this. So I'm here to support whatever we need to get this thing reversed.
And then I talked to this young man about whether he thought carbon was dangerous to the planet here.
We're not going to fall for false lies from climate scientists, which are basic fear mongers. And we're able to go on the internet ourselves, see that the climate science is a lie, and we're starting to realize the truth and that they're basically here just to steal our money, and carbon tax is theft.
I also talked to his friend about what he thought about the carbon tax.
I think the carbon tax is bad because as we've seen from today, it's just a bunch of UN officials that have just made up the rules, and all the countries that want to get somewhere through these people, they're going to absorb all these trillions of dollars worldwide in carbon tax. And they're just going to use it for whatever agendas that they have in mind, and we're on the bill for it. And as we've seen today, they have no science backing them. They have like a 50-year chart that shows an increase in heat. Well, we have a 400-year chart that shows that nothing's happening at all. It's basically stagnant. And yet here we are giving billions and billions of dollars to these global organizations that just seem to want to infiltrate and conquer our energy systems. I mean, it's so obviously a fraud, and but yet they're shoving it down our throats like it's fact. And I'm sick of it. That's why I'm out here today.
And these young kids told me that they didn't think that the NDP were good for the future, and they told me why here.
How they're using fossil fuels to increase the taxes, which is really pointless.
And finally, I talked to this couple about the carbon tax and its detrimental effects, and they had a message for Rachel Notley.
I understand that you have a few more years of mandate, but you brought in this carbon tax without a mandate. You did not mention it during the election. You don't have a mandate to do this. If you believe that you do, you need to call an election and prove that you do. There's so many factors. It's not just this, but also your policies with schools, your attacks on the farmers have been just awful. And you're moving ahead without a mandate. It's obvious that Albertans are not happy with you. You need to resign. And if you believe that everyone's behind you, prove it. Call an election.
The organizers say that they have collected over 900 signatures in order to send the tax to a referendum just in Calgary, so that Albertans can decide whether they want it or not. Of course, the NDP didn't campaign on bringing this tax in, and it's really just a tax grab to line the government's pockets. They also collected almost $1,500 for the Calgary Veterans Food Bank and also accepted donations at the event. From what I gathered, the 1,000 people that attended are fed up with the NDP's policymaking that is based solely on ideology and not on reality. If you didn't get a chance to attend the rally, you can request more information about the petition at petition@carbontaxreferendum.ca. The group tells me that they plan to hold more events in the future. For the Rebel.media, I'm Holly Nicholas. Thanks so much for watching. If you really like our regular content and want more of it, Click the link below to become a Rebel subscriber for just $8 a month.